Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Virgo Channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed, flip it, switch it, twist it. Just interpret the message as it always resonates with you. Don't force anything. And sometimes it's just take what you need and leave the rest. Because sometimes the messages go to the person that needs to hear the message. So the message sometimes is for both people. Both people resonate, which means cross watchers as well as the person that is going through the experience. And the reason why is because everyone's coming at a different level of consciousness. When you're dealing with a karmic that's on a lower consciousness, they are seeing everything through their wounds, their they tend to react from their emotional triggers, and then what winds up happening is they don't like what they manifest it because it makes them perceive that there's something wrong with them because they're not coming from their true sense of self, the higher self, the God part of self that sees everything through the lens of unconditional love, which is the energy of the universe, which is the same energy as God, which is the same energy that's inside you and me. It's what gives us our spiritual sovereignty. Now, a lot of times we are unconscious to those habits and those behaviorisms that we do. Sometimes we do know, but most of the times we don't because again, we are reacting from the subconscious mind. So the experience that we went through, we might not even remember all the details of the experience, and that is called fragmentation. And so when we disassociate and detach, it's because of, again, that emotional pain. And we can't figure out how to fix that pain or make that pain go away, I should say. And so what winds up happening is that that emotional energy makes an imprint on the subconscious mind. And see, you're more of an energy being than a physical being in the eyes of spirit, because spirit is just an energy. It's omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscience, which means all knowing, everywhere, no, like dependent on nobody or nothing. So it's all knowing is the greatest energy, and we actually have that energy inside of us. It's what makes us supernatural. However, we all are born into families and wind up having people that come into our life that teach us, and they kind of teach us wrong. And so then we form habits and behaviorisms that are in alignment with those traumas. And so what happens then is that we wind up reliving the same types of experiences. So understand when this comes to your relationships, it means that you will always attract the same types of people into your life and the same types of karmic lessons continue to play out. It's called looping until you learn the spiritual lesson. Learning the spiritual lesson is first and foremost the awareness of what you're doing that contributes to the imbalance. A lot of times we get caught up in what the other person is doing and how it is making us feel, which doesn't allow us to learn. And so understand healing means seeing ourselves differently, but then there's the transmutation process, which is all about embodying the new consciousness. You're a you're a spiritual being having a human experience, which means that you must go through the experience in order to, again, really learn to embody the consciousness because it's that energy that the universe will correspond to. Which is the true self, which is your true self without these blockages, then you will attract abundance. Then you will attract more balanced experiences. Now, I don't know why I channel what I channel in the beginning of each video, but it's always a little spiritual nugget most of the time anyway. Um, it first and foremost helps me to explain about the type of readings that I do. That is not just yes or no, because most relationships, it's not just yes or no. They're karmic. It means learn. And it's depending on how you deal with the situation that makes it karmic. And so, again, explaining that, I don't know why. Maybe again, you keep reliving the same types of karmic experiences, or maybe you're attracted to somebody or connected to someone that keeps on doing it. So you'll be able to dive deep into why karmic loops happen in your connection and what you can do to break that karmic cycle. Because you're not going to break the energy connection of unconditional love. And that's the problem with soulmate and twin flame connections. It's they hold a paradox of energy, which is why the answer is not just yes or no. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always on the first card that I pull out. It's the underlining energy that tells us why everyone's doing what they're doing. Anything of any importance and relevance, including the word of the video, will be found in the description box below. All important links, my life coaching, shadow healing coaching program that does help you along your soul's path. Yes, why you're here. Again, everyone has a soul's path, a destiny, and a lot of people don't know what it is. And it's because they've let the outside voices dictate who they are. And so I help people to, again, embody what their soul's path is, why they're here, how they give and receive of love. Again, money has no energy except for the energy we give it. So when we're actually embodying the energy of love, we are abundant. And abundance comes in many different forms. All right, let's pull a card and see what the word video is. Jealousy. Well, I feel that you're in separation with someone that's connected with someone else that is extremely jealous of you. Extremely. They might not know who you are, but they have never seen their person. I'm gonna call it their person because again, this person's a karmic. Their person fall so deep for someone. They've always gotten them away from, you know, people that wanted to take them away from them. I feel that, you know, this energy is really what's going to overpower the reading, to be honest with you, because the jealousy is almost like this person's compulsive. They're thinking about you day, night, morning, noon, night, breathe, eat, sleep, that is creating like a lot of turmoil, a lot of crazy energy. And it's because this karmic is like, I want you away from that person. You don't need to love that person. You need to love me. It's like the energy is, like I said, so overpowering. And so that's very obsessive energy. It might even come across as witchcraft. Well, what is witchcraft? Witchcraft is when a person is so obsessive, thinking about something morning, noon, and night, they're trying to manifest it. But again, the only thing that will break that energy is love, is unconditional love. So this karmic knows exactly who the fuck you are. They know exactly on a spiritual level. Because they're like, this is the twin, this is the twin flame, this is this person that they are not your person's person. They again have convinced your person over time that they were. However, now, because you've stayed away, you know, this person is like exposing themselves because your person's saying, well, Virgo wouldn't do that. Virgo wouldn't do that. Virgo's not that, you know? So, like, they see because they have comparison, which means that this person's watching you, or they think that they know who you are, or they've done research on you, or they've hung out with you to get a little bit of an essence of who you are. So their intuition, their higher self is now kicking in. And it's actually exposing this karmic, which the karmic is like not in a good way, not in a good way. Bipolar, crazy, craziness. And I also feel like there's an element of time. Now we're going to see what's going on within your cards. When you were dealing with this person, I'm going to see again, dealing with this person. I want to first see what type of energy did they feel that you have without this karmic interference. See, let's see. So again, well, this person now like sees again that their situation, I feel like this situation when they first dealt with you was really like a karmic energy, unstable, like a rocky connection. But I also feel like that's their connection with this karmic on a normal basis. So they weren't giving to anyone. They weren't giving to anyone, not really, not enough, which meant they were giving enough for you to hold on to. You know, what they were dependent on was this strong connection that they felt that you actually had. Um, well, and now this person, like I said, is what when they met you, like their living situation began to change because this person became more and more and more and more detached. So if this person would sleep with the person once in a while, the karmic once in a while, when they were lonely, they'd hang out with that person with the karmic, they would watch TV. So normally, yes, they live separate. You met this person when they said, I'm not with that person. And in their mind, they really weren't because they're like, I'm not sexually attracted to this person. However, I'm not going to kick this person out of my home. So they weren't 100% transparent, which is why there was again this thorny rose energy, which is again the karmic energy, just unstable connection because they couldn't give you anything. However, when they were living with this karmic, again, they're living with this karmic before the karmic knew, the karmic could feel them slowly detaching and by doing what I just explained. So, like the once in a while they would watch a movie together, that didn't happen anymore. Um, that this person was not coming back or staying with this person the way that they have for so many years. Like, not that the karmic didn't know that this person had a fling every now and again, but the loyalty is what this karmic felt shifted because now they're like, well, I'm not getting, you're not giving me anything. You may be here, but you're not like giving. And so right. So again, and so what happened is it's like this person like is like putting obstacles in your person's way, almost like trying to make your person like being like anything that you go to, anywhere where you go, they did this before they met you and they're doing it now. So this is someone that's very obsessive that continually puts like major blocks in your person's way, major blocks, okay? It's like where they'll say that, you know, that whoever they're thinking about, whoever they're detached from, because you can always feel when your person, again, even if it's one-sided, is thinking about someone else and not into you. So again, it always ebbed and flowed, but not like this. So now this karmic is putting major obstacles and trying to say that whoever, whoever you are, that you're not for them, that they're not for you, that it's not going to work out, that they're trying to make it like you're not going to be available by the time that they come back because, they're wasting time. They're again trying to influence trigger this person's self-esteem. Where again, they're like, they know your person wants a reconciliation. They know. They know for sure. It's again, so, and this is making this karmic so jealous, so angry, so where it's again, this person wants to come back into your life. It's like, I don't know why they decided to stay with that karmic. Again, aside from the emotional manipulation, but I wish we could go back and start over again. They have this person like regrets the fact that they stayed with this karmic is again, or that they allowed this karmic to manipulate them, is what I really feel. I feel like this karmic knew your person was going to leave. Just again, the relationship took its course. Like it's just they were existing together. Even though your person wasn't giving you anything the whole time, they were thinking. They were gathering information. And the fact is, they didn't give to either one of you. You detached. This karmic didn't. I can't admit how deep my feelings are for you. No, this karmic already knows it, so it doesn't really matter. It's like tried to live in denial for a really long time. It's like, and this is, has nothing to do with you. This is what this person is realizing. They're like, I've lived in a loveless connection for a long time. This person is stagnating me. This person doesn't bring anything to the table. They're extremely lazy. They pretend that they're a boss. They're not a boss. What they pretend, again, and who they are two different things. And this person says, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this person. And so, again, it's only making you appear that more like enhancing. It's ironic, but see how I started this was witchcraft. So this person again was so obsessive and so obsessive they normally win to the point that they're destroying the whatever friendship that could have remained between these two people is like will never be because this karmic is losing it and they're taking it all down with them. Like that's what I feel. So your person's like, I hope that you can forgive me one day. I really do love you, but the timing just isn't right. And it's like that's what they feel like. They're like, but they want to be in a connection with you. I feel like we have past life issues that you're both working on right now. And I don't know whether this person really feels that, but they just know that they're trying to get out of a situation. And if you're in a connection with them, then you must be working on yourself too. Like on a bigger scale, that there's a reason why, this person wasn't ready for the real love when you came into their life. That's the problem. It was the timing. And this person just, feels like someday I'll realize like you're the one that got away. Like it's almost like the timing, they're like convincing themselves because they couldn't give you love at the time that you deserved it. And this is what this karma keeps pounding into their head, saying, no, no, you're not, you missed your chance. You missed your chance. This person's sad because they feel like it's over and they wish that it would be different. And that is so painful for this person. It's so painful because they feel like they lost you. This person, like, is again wishing that they could have given you their heart. It's again, so they're in a place, I want to get back together, but I'm afraid because they like look what they're dealing with. It's almost like, I don't know whether you'll ever take me back. I don't know. Again, they listen to this karmic. They listened to this karmic. The karmic was so jealous and so consumed and so consumed and told them and told them and told them and told them. But understand, your person has love. It's not that they don't. So let's see, will this person ever do? Because what I'm seeing is again, this person wants to get back together, but they're afraid. They have many different emotions about it because they're not strong within themselves. They're around someone that is able to influence them. And it doesn't mean that this person is not smart. You could be, again, connected to your person and they're very smart. This is a spiritual issue. This is a karmic situation, and only they can get themselves out. It's like, you can't get this person out of their situation. They have to love themselves enough to get themselves out of this situation. This person's eyes are wide open now. They're listening to their intuition. They want a second chance, but they don't really know, like, even how to go about it. So, understand, like, it's they're healing, but healing's a process. It's not an overnight thing. So again, this person's like, they know in their heart, they just know in their heart that your story isn't over because you're always on their mind. They were pretending to be someone else. The person thinks the world of you. They're so sorry for listening to that karmic. They're so sorry. They're so embarrassed. They're so mortified. They feel like a joke. It's like, which is exactly what this karmic wanted. They're so angry that they just want to destroy them. It's like that's the energy, almost like I want to destroy them and I want to destroy you. It's like if they would know who you are, or if they knew where you lived or anything, believe me, this person would be at your doorstep. Believe me, they want to like fight you. They're so angry because they can't control your person. So your person knows that you're their real person. That's why. And that's what's terrifying this karma. We've gotten similar readings like this before, like similar, but not this energy. Understand this person, you know, it's a spiritual connection because this person misses you. They want to stop running away. They want, like, again, they just don't want to run anymore. I wanted to see whether there was any other spiritual things. Again, these feelings overwhelm me and I become afraid. And sometimes I run away from it. So again, they're still working on themselves. So that's what Spirit is saying. They also are praying that after everything that they've done, that you're gonna be able to forgive them. They worry that you might not be able to. So again, that these emotions for this person are so intense, and understand the chemistry between you guys are both intense, but they're like, I know that this energy, this chemistry is what's going to bring us back together again. I know it. It's like, I don't know how. This person's like, I don't know how. I don't even know how to get out of my situation. But one thing I know for sure is you're my person and I'm coming back. I don't know what that's going to look like. Am I scared? I'm scared shitless. I know that this person that I'm connected to is going to kill me, is going to do something to retaliate, and I'm terrified. But it's again, when it's real, it's real. All right, so we see, why did you attract this person into your life? What spiritual blocks did it bring up? What spiritual gifts did it expose? Inner authority, frustration, disassociated, innocence, sing. I knew I was going to get that one. I knew I was going to get that one. And space. I'm going to pull like two more, I'm being told. Physical touch and misunderstood. So the inner child cards first. And I feel like you were always intuitive. You grew up in an environment that you were always intuitive, and that's because there was trauma, again, emotional trauma. Disassociated is that when we go through an experience that's traumatizing, that we know what happened, but we have no emotion, and so we don't remember it. We don't remember parts of it, I should say. That becomes fragmented, and it's the parts that are traumatizing. Like everything's extremely blurred. And so I know that it's within the emotional center, and I say that because of the physical touch. Again, that you emotionally, you didn't have that. Again, you had parents that showed you love through other ways, but they did not show you, again, emotional love. And it was traumatizing for you. It's again, and it was also where the innocence of a child, you weren't allowed to be innocent, all right? Because children understand emotion more than they understand logic, and so a parent that's so strict and rigid in the rules, or a parent that's not available or around, where the child now has to be the parent, well, then the innocent is robbed. So either way, it's a second chakra imbalance where you weren't finding yourself. You were either being dictated to being told what to do, how to do it, and when to do it, and you weren't allowed to think for yourself, or you had free range to think for yourself, and there was very little, if any, input. And if there was, it might have even been negative input. So emotionally, you didn't get what you needed. And so, again, you also shut down within your voice and felt like people misunderstood you. So it was very frustrating because, again, the way that you felt that people connected to you was always that people don't get you, that you're different. Because again, you don't think the way that they do. I feel like you're more of a creative thinker. You're more of, again, someone that emotionally needed that, again, energy tends to wind up becoming an empath. They tend to learn to use their senses to navigate. So again, that emotional center where you weren't taken care of. And so Spirit says there's empty space here because once you take away who you were told to be, well, then what's there? Nothing, because you didn't create yourself. So we tend to hold on to what other people say that we are, or again, who we tend to perceive that we are. The key is to realize that you're always changing. You're always changing. And the reason why is because we are not separate from our creator, and our creator is, again, omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscience. And that means everywhere, all knowing, and not dependent on anything. And like I said, all knowing, everywhere and all knowing, because we are everywhere. And that could be just the consciousness that we are not separate. You've lived one level of consciousness. And that was, again, where you emotionally didn't get. And this person emotionally couldn't give you because of the karmic, because they weren't strong enough. So growing up in an environment where maybe one parent dictated the other parent and didn't really get involved. And so again, emotionally, You didn't get what you needed because that parent to deal with that narcissistic parent detached and disassociated to deal with it. That's how everyone deals with trauma. It's an automatic response. It's the way that the psyche protects itself because again, it feels the threat, and emotional threat is no different. So in reparenting yourself, Spirit says the space is to create, it's to become yourself. It's to become yourself because you're not your wounds and you're not what other people say. If anything, you again are not separate from the universe, which are all of those things that I stated before. And that means you are ever changing. You are always able to evolve. You're always, again, like able to quantum jump into new realities. It's that there's no separation. It's just we need to ground. Those cards didn't even belong in there, but well, look at them just out of curiosity. Um, the Alchemist. So again, attracting this person into your life. I mean, when there's love and this person comes back, you're actually helping them alchemize. You too are alchemizing, like your wounds, because you're again breaking, like discerning, like through the illusions, right? The illusions that you have. You're discerning the truth from fear and really the obscure to see what really is reality, your reality, that you get to choose your reality. And your reality is, I don't need to be with a person that emotionally doesn't give to me. Even this person who didn't emotionally give to me, but wants to come back to give to me. It's to understand, like again, that they're whether you're gonna forgive, whether you're gonna again, that you are always in charge of your reality. So, love is something taught sometimes, our love language. So you may be attracting, again, if it's an alchemist, again, connection, like teaching a person how to transmute their spiritual wounds of pride, of the ego that have, you know, kept them stuck in their fear, connected to this karmic. You're showing this person what love is. But again, through helping them alchemize their blocks, and for you as well to help you alchemize your blocks. And so again, that would be beyond the illusion. Like you can have love, and you can have love with this person. But does it mean it depends on what you do? It's karmic. And so this person is like has definitely realized their situation. I feel like they had to go through this situation in order to really see the difference, to trust themselves, again, to gain deep wisdom. Like, and for you to gain deep wisdom is what Spirit says. And in the meantime, you found your tribe. You find your tribe. It's not like the time went wasted. It's all to help support you so you can go into the future and to be able to envision the future the way that you want to, the way that you both want to. That yes, you lived experiences that were traumatic, but you're not the same person. And to go back into a situation where this person did love, they just were living separate. They weren't strong. They weren't 100% transparent. They didn't realize that they were going to have feelings for you. They did not know that. So for them, like this awakening happened, but everything needed to collapse before they could actually come to you. And this person wanted to do the right thing. Again, almost as if they would be selfish to be with you before this, because that's what the karmic had drilled into their head. But enough was enough. They had to go into light, into the darkness, and Spirit saying again, it's all to realize again that you're an empowered soul. You both are. It's look and see where you the where you've come from and like what you both will overcome, and that's healing, that's transformation, and that's helping this person again get out of that negative energy. And for you, again, to transmute your wounds. Again, if you were so restricted and you couldn't be a child, well, then connections would be difficult. And spirit would say, well, at this particular time, I wanted you to again connect with other people. I wanted you to find your tribe. It's like because that's going to create support, the support that you need to be able to envision a future filled with opportunities, for you to really embody the genius, the creative genius, the spirit part of self, the God part of self is your creative genius. It's all knowing, as I said, and you are all knowing. And so Spirit says a new opening. When one door closes, be confident that another will open. And it will be for your betterment. Accept that life challenges and acknowledge the opportunities and learning they present to you. Serenity comes from within. So Spirit saying that's number one. Again, that the phase again of separation will eventually come to an end. Understand that. So this person is consciously making a point to again come back. Do they know what that process looks like? Again, no, but they are making it. They have the belief. And so understand Spirit says all you both need to do is to believe in yourselves, the beauty of life and the goodness of God. Have the power to fulfill your dreams. They will of the Almighty supports you, and that your life is showered in divine light, and that your heart opens to the power of the universe. And really, Spirit saying, believe. You can have whatever you want. You can have the emotional support that you want. And that also, Spirit says, is not just coming from your person, but your tribe, which is why Spirit says right now, that's the focal point. You may not think that that's important, but it's going to it creates support for you so that you really can envision the life that you want to experience. Otherwise, sometimes our fears get in the way, or again, our friends keep us on target. Our friends keep us on course. They support us. They love us. They give us that extra fulfillment and really Spirit saying, and this person was coming back and they're going to give you the emotional support. And that's not the easiest language for them, is what but by you forgiving this person, well, and being able to, in this story, I'm not saying that you have to forgive them, but in this story, the person forgives them. It's like, and so Spirit says, you're able to. You're able to. Again, find the deeper meaning of the connection is what really Spirit's saying. It's again, it's going to sound cheesy, but Spirit says you got to believe in the impossible. It's like that's going to be hard, especially for people that have gone through a lot of trauma, that emotionally no one's really there. It doesn't work out. And that's the illusion that you have to see beyond. And Spirit saying your friends, again, and the life that you're created without this person is the support to help you through it. I'm going to leave that there. You let me know how you resonated. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.